Hey Embers, welcome back. In this video we're going to be talking about what video game consoles I own, so let's just get started. We'll start with the handheld games, which I have right here. We'll go from order of oldest to newest, I suppose. So the first game console I own is the Game Boy Color. I'm sorry you can't see it too well. It's a turquoise, is it turquoise or teal? I can't remember. But the Game Boy Color came out in 1998. I don't know when I bought this Game Boy Color. It's not something I've had since I was a child. I think I bought this in the last 10 years or so, but I just had a few Game Boy Color games in my collection, but no Game Boy to play them on, so I thought I'd grab this one. I think I paid about £30 for it on eBay. It came with a few games, and it also came with this colour pocket here. Moving on, we have my Game Boy Advance, which came out in 2000. Sorry about the glare there, I know it's not the best. As you can see, mine has a Joytech on it, which I'll take off so you can see the actual Game Boy itself. This is the blue version. I think this is my original from when I was quite little. Yeah, like I said, I have the Joytech for it. I think I bought this a little while later after buying the original console. And I definitely have fond memories of playing the Game Boy Advance when I was younger. I haven't really picked it up in a while, to be honest. It's definitely seen better days, but that's the second handheld I own, the Game Boy Advance. Moving on, we have my Nintendo 3DS. This came out in 2010 or 2011, I can't remember. So I used to own an original DS. Unfortunately, I sold it over the years, so the only DS I currently own is the 3DS. I do love this one though. I don't really play it anymore. The only time I will pick this up and play it is to play the Pokemon games. So me and my partner finished Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby together. We also finished X and Y together. We're about to start Sun and Moon together. So that's the only time I ever really play my Nintendo 3DS anymore. But it's a lot of fun. And speaking of my partner, this is his DS. It is the Nintendo 3DS Extra Large, and it is the Pokemon Red Limited Edition version. To be honest with you, before I started dating him, I had no idea they'd made a 3DS Extra Large, I'll be completely honest. It's the first time I'd ever seen an XL in my life before, so that was quite fun. When I opened the screens and realised the difference in screen size, it blew my absolute mind. So I can't really tell you too much about this because it's obviously my partner's, it's not mine. But yeah, I get a little pink 3DS and he gets the limited edition Pokemon. Sounds about right, doesn't it? And moving on to my final handheld console, it is of course the Nintendo Switch. So I actually opted for a Nintendo Switch Lite. Again, sorry about the glare here, I got the blue one. I like handhelds to be handhelds, so the reason I didn't go for an actual Nintendo Switch is because I just didn't think I'd play it having the bigger consoles that I have. I just wanted to go for a handheld option, so that's why I went for the Lite. Unfortunately, it means I can't really record on this because I would have loved to have shown you some stuff on the Switch. You cannot really record on the Switch Lite, it's very difficult. So unfortunately, that is one drawback of having the Switch Lite, but I do really enjoy it for what it is. Mine came with Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I also bought, I'm just going to pop over for you, this case for it that I've added a little bunny sticker to, but I also have this plain Nintendo Switch Lite case as well. So that is all of my handhelds. Now we'll move on to family shared consoles really that are not currently in this house. So my Nintendo Wii system is at my mum's, we technically share it. I do have a few Wii games here in my house, but the Wii itself is at my mum's, mainly because we play games like Wii Sports on family occasions, so it's best that it stays there. My mum also owns, this is technically her consoles, the original Xbox and the original PlayStation 1. I have neither of those in this house currently. She also has consoles of her own, such as a PSP, which I don't own. So they're kind of the family-owned consoles. Moving on to the bigger consoles, I own an Xbox 360, which is currently packed away because I also own the Xbox One. So I thought I'd have the Xbox One out ready to play games, and I've packed the Xbox 360 away. My Xbox 360 also has a Kinect, just to let you know, because I do have a few Kinect games as well, but that's not currently in use at the moment. Like I mentioned, I do have an Xbox One, and I do also have Game Pass. I think it's invaluable, Xbox Game Pass. I only actually got my Xbox One around a year and a half to 2 years ago, and it was a gift from my uncle, so thank you ever so much if you're watching. And Game Pass has genuinely changed my life a little bit. The idea that you can just download games, it just blows my mind, to be honest, because I'm so used to being a physical collector. I own a lot of physical PlayStation 2 games, etc. So the idea of just going on Game Pass and downloading games is so foreign to me, but I really, really like it. That's going to sound so old to people, but digital gaming is something I had to get used to be honest. I should probably tell you I'm 27, so I'm not exactly an older gamer by any standards, but I still do prefer physical copies of games. That being said, like I said, I do really enjoy the Game Pass. And you'll see as we go on throughout this channel, I don't have many physical Xbox One games. In fact, I think I only own one physical Xbox One game. The rest are all digital downloads. I also own, of course, my favourite console of all time, the PlayStation 2, the original PlayStation 2. When I moved out, I took that one, and my mum bought a PlayStation 2 Slimline. I have the original. Best console of all time, hands down. You will never convince me otherwise. I adore my PlayStation 2 and I will have it forever. Going on with PlayStation, I also own a PlayStation 3 and I own a PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4, again, was a gift from my amazing uncle. I can't believe he's gifted me 2 games consoles. That's just insanity. So thank you very much again. But that's all the consoles I own. Thank you very much for watching, and the next video is going to be my Draken collection. As I mentioned in the previous video, the gamer tag, Draken is my favourite video game franchise of all time, so what better way to kick off the collection portion of this channel than with my favourite franchise. So I hope you enjoy that, and let me know in the comments box below, what game consoles do you own? So thank you very much for watching. Bye, EMbers.